Just my opinion.
The podcast.
Mike Roberts, baby.
My name is Hery Irizarry.
Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Just My Opinion. I'm here, my name is Hery, and I'm with Mike. Hello, Mike.
What up, big dog?
Mike. What accent is that one? Mike, hey Mike.
I don't know, but it automatically reminds me of that movie with Paul Rudd, and I'm going to have to think of which one it was now, but he was like, you get some dick. Some of this dick. Some of this dick. Remember when he was in the mirror?
I really don't know either. That's bad.
There's a movie, yeah, bro, where with Paul Rudd, he was like dating some woman, and you know Paul Rudd always plays like those weird, uncomfortable roles, and he's like,
a little awkward.
He's like, look at this mirror, bitch. Oh, look at this dick. Dick.
What was that? Wasn't that?
Oh, I'm gonna look for it today.
It's that 40-year-old. What was the movie that they turned 40? Him and his wife.
Oh, yes.
I love that movie. This is 40. Yeah, that's the name. This is 40.
This is 40. That is right.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah,
you're right. No.
It's a good
This
movie.
is 40.
Yeah, I saw that movie with Sasha and I thought it was hilarious. Like, is that us?
Come and get this dick.
Is that us?
Anyways.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Dude, I am great. I am just great.
You had a show last night, right?
I had a show last night.
I saw that.
Bro, can I tell you something? We had
of course.
134 people there last night.
Oh, packed house?
We did good, bro. We had 70 walk-up tickets. Like, people just bought tickets at the door.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
And the stinky old people were still there?
In Winter Haven, killing it.
Huh? The smelly people?
I think you got bad seats where you chose
No,
to
it
sit.
was not seat. It was the people that were working there. The guy that was selling water smelled like dead fish.
Maybe he went fishing that day.
Like dirty, like smelly armpits.
I get it. Smelly guy.
Well,
We had a great show.
You're in AC, so you should not be smelling that bad.
Maybe his day job is digging holes.
I think. Okay. I think maybe I'm wrong because I don't know. I've never had a conversation with a really, really old person about certain things, and I would like to know, after a certain age, do you stop caring for taking showers?
100%.
Right? Like,
I feel like
I'm doing nothing. I'm not gonna take a shower.
I feel like once the dick starts flipping all the time and not stiffing all the time, your shower motivation is limited. Are you get what I'm saying?
I do.
Flipping, not stiffing.
Yeah, I guess to a point that you can't control certain things. I had an old
Oh
toy.
God, I didn't know what you were gonna say.
No.
Oh God.
Nope, that is still young. No. I had an old employee. I'm gonna talk like this is really old. Like it happened a long time ago, which in fact it happened on Wednesday.
Damn.
Anyway, so this person says to me after we had closed doing our stuff. I don't want to say too much. You know what I do. But
Understood.
so we closed and this person came like walking kind of fast, but at their pace, like
Fast for
fast for them, and said, "I need. Can I go to the bathroom?" I was like, "Of course, yeah, go ahead." And as soon as the person starts taking the first step or two, all really loud. He turned around and said, "Sorry, that's why I have to go." Yeah.
I was thinking that story was about to go to level 2.
I hope not. I looked at him and see if something was, But no.
Well,
but what I mean is that after a certain age, yeah, I think you don't care for stuff.
Look,
Yeah, I
bro.
just farted. What the hell? I don't shower anymore. And that's what happened when I went to your show and I went to get 2 bottles of water and man, it was like woof. We are
This
the
guy.
pier. I'm at the pier. Am I in Savannah? Am I in Savannah?
What's going on here?
I was like, whoo.
Goodness.
I said to Sasha, you better enjoy that water because I'm not going back for more.
So you've got some big exciting news coming up, bro. Don't you got a vacation coming up?
For a moment, I was like, wait, I'm not having a baby. Exciting
Wait,
news.
Am I having a baby?
We finished that a while ago.
Sasha comes in the back. We having a baby.
No, she would kill me. See, you say something to Sasha about having babies, and all of a sudden she gets like really depressed.
Damn.
Her attitude and just everything. She's like, no, don't talk about that stuff. No. It's very serious.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
No, but we are leaving Tuesday. We're heading to our 2-week vacation. We're going to Spain and Greece.
Don't breeze through it. Don't breeze through it.
No. I'm about to
lay it. Sell me. Sell me right now.
You're gonna make me talk like we were just talking a minute ago before we start. You should be right. You should be excited when you go to a new country on a vacation, right? And she's gonna hear this, and it's like, well, that's great. Then my husband doesn't want to go on vacation for our anniversary. So we're celebrating our anniversary while we're there.
How many years?
22 years of marriage.
Dulce years.
We got married at 20.
Wow, bro! Congratulations. That's so cool, man.
20. That's yeah. So yeah, we were supposed to do this 2 years ago, but fucking pandemic, fucking COVID just hit us bad, so we had to postpone our trip.
So this is originally a 20-year anniversary.
It was supposed to be, right, a 20-year-old
like a kind of
a big deal. No, let's do it on the 22nd. It's a random number.
Dos.
Yeah, so we're going. We'll be there during our anniversary, which is June 10th. We'll be there around that time. Bro, but we leave on Tuesday. And Sasha has been packed for a week already. She's ready to go.
Ready to go.
And I haven't started.
Now, how do you pack for something like that? Like, I mean, you're going 2 weeks, multiple countries.
True.
Now, are you up against different climates? Like, is it different weather pattern over?
Been looking at it, and apparently in Spain, and at nights it's in the 60s, and during the day 70s and lows of 80s, which is gorgeous.
Oh my gosh! Get the blank out of town.
Now in Greece, it seems to be a little hotter than that.
Yeah, they seem to be hot. Well, it's a town like Greece. It's popping.
For more of this, we have a stand-up in Winter Haven with old smelly people. But that's yeah, crazy. So she's ready to go. I haven't done anything yet. I just told you before the show that I have a lot of stuff to do today. Mm-hmm. I am we do this, and I have to cut.
What are you doing today?
I have to cut the grass because my freaking neighbors cut their grass, so mine looks like a jungle.
Damn.
So I gotta do it. Plus, I'll be out for 2 weeks, so I need to do it.
Is Onyx not gonna edge it up for you while you're gone?
Please, bro.
Really?
He helps me cut the grass. He does.
What's he do? Get the gasoline down?
No, he does the lawnmower. I do the rest.
You do the weed eating and the edging and the leaf blowing?
Yeah, I love doing that part.
Really?
I love doing that part. I like to make sure it's like that line is like nice and neat.
The edging is fun. I will tell you that
for people like us, that's perfect,
bro. And I'll tell you what's
satisfying.
Not good. Ari, I had to start paying a lawn guy this year because I had to. I had to pay a lawn guy, and because I'm traveling a lot right now.
Yeah.
But it's not because I know I couldn't do a better job. I could definitely do a better job than my lawn guy.
Oh, I used to pay in the past, but I love doing it now. It's such a good therapy.
It really is. I'll put a podcast on,
I sing really loud. My neighbors, they know me already, and they see me and just say hi and say, "You having a great day, right?" And I'm like taking my earphones out. What? Because I sing really loud. I love it. I'm dancing in the yard and everything. People can see me, the neighbors, when they're driving by. I'm the one dancing. I don't care.
Chambea. Voila.
But anyway, yeah, I'm cutting the grass myself. I love doing that part. And it's really hot though. So.
I do like throwing a nice little edge on there and looking at it all when it's
the
done,
bushes.
bro. Now what
Zip.
this is our dad moment at Just My Opinion podcast.
It hit me late in life because I used to pay.
Well, and I'll tell you, bro, like, I don't mind paying because it's nice to not have to worry about it. But at the same time, and they do a really nice job. Like, they're nice guys. No doubt about it. Got this Spanish dude. And he's a nice dude. But, yeah, him and his crew, I mean, nice guys, man. Really good job. But at the same time, I feel like the homeowner, just like anything else, is always going to do a better job.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's little details that I'm like, come on, guys. Like, you're better than this. Like, I've seen it.
Yeah.
And I don't always call him about it because I don't always pay him on time. So, like, maybe that's why. Maybe it's like, man, this motherfucker would pay his bills on time. I get full service. I asked him.
We have to. He'll eventually pay, so just don't go too crazy.
We have those little decorative spinny trees.
Uh-huh.
And by our garage, you know?
Yeah.
And I asked him the other day, I said, hey, Larry, because that's his name. Well, that's where he likes to go.
So he's Spanish, but his name is Larry.
No, that's like the English I think his real name is, that's the English translation of it. He's a Mexican dude. So it's like, you know, I have Mexican friends that have, when they came to the United States, they switched from going by Miguel to going by Michael. Like some of those.
Well, that's stupid.
But he's an older guy, so I feel like that's like an old generation.
What would be the name for Larry in Spanish?
Maybe Lorenzo or something?
Oh, fuck.
That sounds more Italian, though, European. I don't know a lot of Mexicans named Lorenzo.
I have a good friend of mine that is my son's godfather. His name is Lorenzo.
But he's Puerto Rican?
Yeah. See,
Puerto Rican, I would get it, though. I don't know that would come from... Like, sincerely, like, I'm not even being funny. I'm trying to track the lineage. I'm not saying it couldn't be possible.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying I don't know a lot of Mexican guys named Lorenzo. Maybe that's because they all switched.
That's a strong name. That's a strong name. Lorenzo.
I like Lorenzo. Sounds like
and then you go to Larry.
Yeah. Like, go back to Lorenzo, man. That's a dope
Seems like
name.
a tiny person. Hey, Larry.
If I could flip the switch and tell everybody to start calling me Miguel. And see, that only works one way. See, Spanish guys...
But you don't look like a Miguel.
But if I told people to start calling me Miguel, they would look at me like I'm weird.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, can you
Which is weird. In Spanish, we use both. I have friends that their name is Michael in Puerto Rico.
See, slightly different. But all my Puerto Rican friends would agree to that anyway. But anyways, the whole point of this is I asked him if he would trim my trees, my little swirly trees. I said, hey, what's the upcharge on that? You know, my bushes.
Trim my bush.
I said, I know, it was awkward asking another grown man to trim my bush. So I was like, hey, man, how much is it going to cost me? And he's like, what trees? And I said, because I cut all the trees down in my yard. So he looks over, and I pointed my little trees. I said, those are the trees right there. I need you to make them look swirly. He said, he leans out of his truck, looks, and he goes, no, we don't do those kind of trees. That was it.
What kind of company is this?
Hardcore. He said, I don't have a small enough trimmer.
You got to change. You got to get in a different company.
I always wanted a lawn company that did the whole thing. Like, that's my problem with the lawn company. These guys Larry, they cut the grass, they edge, they weed eat, they leave.
They leave. Probably because they probably have a gazillion more to do. But I would love to have a company to take care of my, plants.
Yes. That's what I'm, like, I
want beautiful plants. Because I have plants and I take care of them, but I want, beautiful plants. Not Aries plants.
Mm-hmm.
In my mind, they're gorgeous.
Yeah. But we know they could. Yeah, exactly. I know what you mean. And that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I want somebody that's going to come there and nurture my plants.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, take care of them.
Yeah.
I don't know. But, so I got to do that today. Then I got to do grocery shopping. Because I have a 200-and-something pound kid who eats a lot. So I got to leave that fridge full. And then me, being stupid, made some agree to hang out with some friends to watch the basketball game tonight, Game 7. I feel like I can't get out of it now.
Game 7 in Miami?
It's in Miami, Boston and Miami, and I'm a huge fan of basketball. So I said, yeah, let's watch it. And I have so much stuff to do. So much stuff to do. Though I'm like, I got to get everything done before the game starts. Because I'm going to watch it. So we'll see. A lot to do. But anyway, what you been up to?
Bro, I've been up to a lot of traveling. Busy work. Busy work week. I started on Monday, ended in Jacksonville. Started on Monday in Miami. Sorry.
Did you do anything in Miami?
No.
It's good right now over there. The weather's perfect for Miami. Not to be outside, but it's perfect to be in Miami. It's perfect in Miami.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's nice in Miami. I like it down there. I spent some time in Jupiter. I really like Jupiter.
Yeah.
This week, I like the Jupe. Hung out.
The what?
the Jupe.
The Jupe.
Go to the Jupe.
Jupe.
I don't know if people call it like that down there, but I like to believe that's how the locals call it. Going to the Jupe.
Why does it sound like a UFO area?
Because it's a space word.
Oh.
Jupiter, like the planet.
Well, that could be a factor.
Don't feel bad, bro. I had a friend tell me one time that I didn't know there was such thing as a Jupiter, Florida, and I asked the guy where he was working these days, and he said Jupiter, and I was like, all right, smart ass, I get it. You don't want to talk about it. Like, I thought he was trying to be like the planet, like facetious. Anyways, embarrassing moment. I was down there, did all that, met some friends, had some dinner, watched the Lightning game down there with a buddy, and a lot of work this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a very, 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 very work. And then Friday I had to drive to Jacksonville, go back to Orlando, pick something up in Orlando, and then go to Tampa.
Damn.
I spent the whole day on the road Friday.
On the road again.
On the road.
Wow.
Wow.
I am going to change the subject drastically. Yeah, this is. I just something came to my mind.
Your work week is just not exciting.
No, I didn't mean that. I just something came to my mind, like right away. Poof, something popped. And we don't talk about these kind of stuff ever, right? Because it's just not fun to talk about.
Oh.
Yeah, have you kept are you following up on this mass shooting in Texas?
I have not.
No.
I want to, but please enlighten me. Please enlighten me. You're always better at these types of topics.
I mean, I think it's pretty straightforward. Some cuckoo guy, I think he's 18 years old, just went into a school and
did some bad stuff.
Yeah, man. Very, very sad.
And then he ended his grandmother's life ahead of time.
Before, yes. So allegedly, he had been talking to a girl, a 15-year-old girl from Germany, and he told her, like,
I'm about to go shoot up the school, and
I'm going to kill my grandma, and then I'm going to do this. Sick, right?
What is the world coming to right now, man?
Why do we have to go to schools? Or any place. But I'm just saying, why is the schools been the target?
I feel like all of these kids, I don't want to put them in a category and pigeonhole the profile here, but most of these kids or other young people that have been affected like this, I feel like didn't have the best home life situation. Or I'm not making an excuse. I am just simply stating a fact that there seems to be a continuance between cases that each of these kids are not necessarily the pretty girl in class or the all-star QB either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This person seems to be a person that's just kind of like mixed within the crowd. Nobody kind of really knows if they're there or not. You know, and I feel like those students I'm not making an excuse. I'm only trying to break it down. But I would like to believe that would be where that stems from, unfortunately. And they take it out on those other students that they didn't merge with. And then you know what? At the same time, if you're gonna go, go killing folks, you're probably not thinking straight at all. And the school is the first thing you could think of. I don't know.
I don't know what you're at home. Let's say you're planning this mass shooting. Why? I just don't understand why schools are the target.
Well, because if you're 18, my hypothesis is that if you're 18, bro, your life. Remember growing up, and you would go, well, what's my job? And then your parents would say, school is your job. Blah, blah, blah. That's the only life that the kids know. Up until that point, that's what I'm saying. It's not like we got a 21-year-old here who went back to his high school. You got an 18-year-old going to his high school. Well,
they interviewed the mom, right? It's all over social media. It did not make a lot of sense. I think maybe she's not doing well, obviously, but the stuff that she was saying did not make any sense. Obviously as a mom, she's gonna try to say the best things about her own kid, which she did. He was a good kid, always in the house. Never an issue. Yeah, never an issue. So it was very. She can't believe that he would do something like this. Then they question her because allegedly there's rumors that he was given that gun, the rifle, whatever he had. I can't remember what exactly the gun that he had. That was a gift for his 18th birthday. Would you give your son or your kid a gun for birthday?
I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
I was given a gun on my birthday. But I want to be clear when I say that before I get chewed up. We had a different household. Like, there's two types of gun-owning households. Mm-hmm. And, like, my dad, quote-unquote, here, son, in front of the birthday gift, like, you got a gun. You get your first gun kind of thing. But it goes in the gun safe. Like, that I don't have the code to.
Why?
Like, my dad was it's a coming-of-age thing for us. Like, we went hunting and stuff. But this guy, Hery, you're looking at had an AR. That's the difference. I got a shotgun. A single-shot shotgun was it's like a bird gun. You go bird hunting with it. And that's what I got versus you're talking about an 18-year-old getting an AR. It doesn't make any sense. Like, you couldn't tell me, like, hey, es tu papa, passed on this kind of tradition of sportsmen. Like, ARs and guns like that are just collector's toys for people, I feel like.
Well, no disrespect.
Because they're not doing anything with it.
Yeah. What is the purpose of having a gun?
So anyways, like I was saying, I mean, I don't really think that folks are necessary to have like a bunch of guns, but I feel like, if you wanted, I feel like you could have up to so many of each caliber. Like, for a basic gun owner, like, I feel like there should almost be stages of a gun owner's licenses. Like, a Class 1 license allows you to have so much. A Class 2, da-da-da-da, so on and so forth. Like, versus, like, a free reign of, like, why you need so many. But I don't particularly, like, I don't really give a shit if people want to have guns. I don't want to have a ton in my house. We don't even have one in my house, for that matter. I have baseball bats everywhere. Mm-hmm. But that's how I feel. But I also know there's a lot of other people that feel safer having one shotgun in their house. And I don't see anything wrong with that. If that makes you feel safer and it stays in your house, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I think it's
a bit very stupid, yeah.
Me too, because I'm in my mind. What I try to remind some of my friends, even my dad, and I have this debate, and I tell him, I'm like, who's coming to get you?
Mm-hmm. That's always the excuse to be safer. Safer from what?
Yeah, like, who's coming to get you, man? Like, enjoy.
Anyway,
like,
by the time that you go get that gun, you'll be dead.
For me, I just wouldn't. I don't want to spend my whole life on edge, man. I'm not saying that
No.
it couldn't help at times or anything like that. I see both sides of this argument. That's what's like I'm so stuck. But like what I choose to do day in, day out, I don't carry a gun. I don't have it concealed. I would like to have a concealed carry permit just to have the permit because they're saying, one day it can be so hard to get.
Yeah.
But that's another topic, another thing. But like,
So you're always going to have guns around. You
Yeah.
have people that are in the drug business and all that kind of stuff. There are always going to be drugs.
Correct.
And then you have, the police. They're going to have their guns. I truly believe, and I'm going to sound horrible maybe here. Other than that, nobody should have a gun. That's it. There's for me, there's no reason. I don't find a reason to have a gun.
Well, the whole real reason they're there is not for. It's not for the shit they're being used for now. I'll tell you that. The whole real
But it's
reason.
the gun. It's the gun.
Well, the whole reason it was put into the Constitution, it was so that we could protect ourselves from our own government.
Oh,
Not
fuck
from
the government. Fuck them.
one. Exactly. But this is the way. But think about people like in Cuba. If all of the people in communist Cuba, if those citizens had their own fucking guns where they could overthrow the government, it's a lot more, sounds more achievable in Cuba than it does the United States, is my point.
Yeah,
and
but
if you
a
had,
gun is not going to protect me from the government.
no,
The government can shut us down any way they want.
correct. But again, you're thinking United States. Think countries like Cuba and stuff like that. The reason the United States allegedly has been protected all these years is because of the fact of the right to bear arms.
So stupid.
Because you're not gonna show up to just any Joe Schmo American and think they don't have a gun. Unfortunately, with the high tension world that we live in now, that part of the Constitution is biting us in the ass because you have jerks that are exploiting that right for other reasons, like to go do these stupid things and go and hurt people. Like I said, I'm very loosely defending gun ownership because I do believe that there's two types of gun owners in the world. There's a responsible gun owner and a not responsible gun owner. I mean, I had no problem saying my first gun, it was a big memory, but that was at our household. That was a big thing. And I'm not saying everybody had that story, but that was a really big deal because you were coming of a man. Like for me, my dad, that was something you take care of. You have to take apart the gun. You have to learn how to clean it, fix it. You have to do all this stuff like you're in the movie The Patriot. But you had to. You had to know how to do all this stuff. So that's because it's your gun. It's your responsibility to take care of that.
Yeah.
Now, nowadays, I don't know what made it to where all of a sudden when I got older, I just didn't. That's not my world. I don't like having a bunch of guns. To me, it's expensive.
I want to know how does that help in my life? How to clean up my gun is going to help me in life and become a man.
Well, it taught you a little bit about responsibility. You have to take care of it.
Not cleaning your room teaches you responsibility?
It could. It did.
There's no... you know what? We probably need to change this up there. This is very stupid.
It's okay.
This is
You're
very
not gonna hurt my
stupid.
feelings.
This is very... No, I'm not saying you. The topic is very stupid because there's nothing that can change my mind. But the fact that people so ignorant back in the 80s and then early 90s believed that making your son a man is having a gun and cleaning and go get a duck. That doesn't make you a man. That just makes you stupid.
Well, it's just two different upbringings.
Yeah.
It teaches you how to hunt things.
Yeah, I get it. I guess
It's okay. Yeah. It's two different things.
Everybody has their own way. Yeah.
Yeah, and I see the point. And they're really, because this situation only comes up, and I don't mean it just on our show, but because it's never came up on our show before, but in the real world, the reason I feel like this is such a sensitive topic for anybody to discuss is because, unfortunately, it only really gets discussed when it's too late.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's a no-win, no-sway topic for a lot of people, but I try to ask people to look at it as some type of, it's a culture thing. It really is. I'm not even going to lay it out any other way. That's the only way I could describe it, right? It doesn't really make sense, but it's just the way this culture does things. And each culture I know that I have friends, and I like to believe I really am good about having a diverse friend group and listening to how other cultures do things. And this is just a part of, like, I can't speak for every other state, but I know it was a part of how the American culture, if you want to say, I'm not trying to separate anybody and say people aren't Americans, but like my Caucasian American upbringing, let's say, this was a really big part of it, was gun safety and being aware of it. Because I think my thing that my family taught us about was like, look, you're going to be around it. You live in America. You're going to be around guns. You need to know what safe, like, we had to go to all these hunter safety courses and all this stuff. And I knew tons of kids, where their dads and stuff, like, were just reckless, dumbass idiots with stuff. And I was so proud. I was like, hey, look, my dad taught me this is not right. You shouldn't do this. You know what I mean? Da 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 da. This is... So it's bad. But it all depends, it's a culture thing. I have no other way for it. It's just a matter of how you're brought up. The unfortunate part is the amount of access that idiots have to these things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think you need one every day. I don't think you need a gun every day, man. There's no need. Unless you're, like you said, unless you're a cop or some kind of putting your life at danger type thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
If I'm going to flip burgers, there's no reason for me to have a gun.
Well, this guy didn't need his mom to get the gun. He could have bought that one on his own.
Yeah. And I think it's important that you know your kids. It's not about making them a man and make them feel like whatever, but you need to know your kids, And kids are really good about hiding stuff. We all been there. We're really good about lying and hiding stuff. And I think some parents may lose a little bit of that touch. Sometimes.
I think they do. There's a lot of parents that just want to be friends with their kids.
Yeah, and that happens. So. Yeah, that's not an easy one. So it's horrible to be the parent of something like a kid like who did something like that. That's very sad. I feel for her.
I feel bad for the parent.
Yeah.
Because
I do. Regardless.
Truthfully, the parent, she's never a good mom will stick beside him the whole way, and it sounds like she's going to be that kind of mom, and that's what makes it even more sad. Is because if she is really a mom with a big heart or whatever, clearly she did something wrong. Like,
the
I can feel for her.
depression that she's going to be in for the rest of her life, and knowing that I will be always known by the mother of the kid who did that.
Correct.
And regardless of what people say out there, that the stories about her kid having a gun or who gave him a gun, that is always going to be out there, so that's even tough.
Yeah, I mean, and it's things that you got to evaluate. You got to evaluate about, and there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So, I mean, I hate to say it, but the only thing, I've learned about life is people are going to make good decisions and they're going to make bad decisions. Mm-hmm. And when you make a bad one, the best thing you can do is own up to it, acknowledge it, and learn and move on. Yeah. And unfortunately for her, that part of the process is going to be a long time. It's just going to take a while.
Yep.
But on a more positive topic, I got a new show.
Okay.
I got a new show, and I'm loving it. It's a great show. I'm hooked on it.
What is it?
It's the Formula One show on Netflix.
Formula show?
F1, Formula One, the race cars.
Really?
Bro.
Well, when did it start? Because I've been glued to something else. So there's nothing right now out of that is just for me because I'm watching something.
Well, this show here is one. It's called Formula One Drive to Survive.
Okay.
Dude, they got 4 seasons available on Netflix right now.
Oh, okay.
Dude, this show, I'm not a race car guy, Hery. I finished one episode.
Yeah.
I want to go to fucking Monaco. I'm going to Monaco.
Hey,
this is one of the coolest shows. It's kind of like an old A&E docuseries show where like they're following people. It's not like that cheesy of a reality show because these are real race cars.
Yeah.
But like you're finding out the behind the scenes of like Formula One, and there's a lot of drama, bro, between the teams and the racers, and at the same time, like you do learn a little bit about racing and how Formula One works and like how much money goes into it. Like it's ridiculous. That's real racing. NASCAR is big, but it's for publicity.
Yeah.
This is real deal racing, bro.
And you said it's on Netflix. So it's not originally from Netflix, I'm assuming, because you said there's 4 seasons now.
It's originally on Netflix.
It's an original Netflix one?
Yeah.
Or they picked it up?
Netflix original.
Really? Where has it been all this time?
I think it's been there, but it's just not a show you or I would normally go to. Me and you don't watch racing.
So it wouldn't even come up on my screen, I guess.
Yeah. You know who told me about it? Justin. That's how I heard about it. Yeah, he told me to check it out because he knows we do this stuff on the cast, and he's like, bro, I'm telling you, it's the real deal. And I was like, man, I don't really care for racing. And he's like, bro, I'm telling you watch this show, you'll love it.
Yeah.
And he wasn't wrong, dude. You would like it because there's the right mix of drama. There's cars. It's kind of like Fast and Furious on every episode, but the good parts of Fast and Furious, like actual racing. And I will tell you, dude, it's fucking dope. Like I'm hooked.
Really?
I want to go.
Anybody popular? Anybody famous on the show?
Nope. Like it's not one of those. It's not a publicity, cheesy, stupid. But all of the race car drivers, all the Formula One drivers you see. So I didn't know this. Brief little fun fact for you. In Formula One, there's only 20 seats. 20 drivers in the entire world can drive in Formula One. Can race it in there. You know what I mean? So, and each team, there's 10 teams with 2 cars each.
Okay.
So, like, it's crazy when you learn about, like, how much these guys want to be in these positions and want to, drive these cars. And, like, you go behind the scenes of Ferrari, Red Bull, Mercedes.
Yeah.
Dude, it's really neat, man, to see the amount of money. I mean, because even the poorest team, team is getting $500 million in their budget.
Oh, damn.
Like, bro, these motherfuckers are spending guap. Yeah. Like, Ferrari brings 1,000 people to each race. Just a team.
That's their team. 1,000 people.
Yeah. While another race team that's like starting out, that's like more of the underdog team, they only have like 250 people.
And that's a lot.
Yeah.
I will never think that you need that many people to be part of this.
Dude, me neither. Really, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you would like it because like you learn the operations of it too. Like why they do this like this and why this, it's kind of fun. I think you would like it. It
has like a good adrenaline, right?
Oh my God, bro. The wrecks, the accidents. The crazy part about the show is that's the most dramatic is, and Melinda was making fun of guys about this because she was like, I didn't think I realized you guys are just as dramatic as women. My God, look at this show. And she's not wrong because they're all men drivers. But I will say there's no American drivers. There's not one American driver. They have an American team, but not one American driver.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is. And like that's what's kind of cool too, bro, is like every driver is from a different country.
Diversity.
It's kind of like soccer on a race car track.
Okay.
With the amount of diversity that's going on. Like you have a lot of Germans. You got like this one guy, the top guy, Lewis Hamilton. I think he's got a little Brazil. I think he's like half Brazilian. Like you got.
Oh, I could talk to him.
No, they have actually one guy from Mexico, so you can speak Spanish to that guy, and they have another guy. Now, how close is your Spanish to like Spain Spanish?
Well,
is that like English and UK English?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. They have an accent, a different accent that we do. They do also have some words that have different meanings, but other than that, yeah, we can speak to each other.
You can go there and hit the ground pretty good.
Yeah, you can. You understand everything they say. Like I said, it's just more an accent and maybe some other words, but
So, perfect example. You could talk to Carlos Sainz. He's another driver. He drives for McLaren, and he's from Spain. And
from España.
Yeah, and my favorite one is a guy from Australia, and I'm drawing a blank on his freaking. It's Danny.
Danny.
I forgot his last name. Right
There's
now.
a Danny in Australia.
Danny Francisco? No, Danny
Okay.
Fernando. Maybe. Anyways, he's a pretty cool guy. He's from down under.
Pretty cool guy. Well, I'm gonna check it out.
Bro,
I need
Formula
something for my flight.
Oh, this is perfect because it's downloadable. Because it's a Netflix original, so you could download it to your phone. And you have plenty of episodes for all the way over. And it's F1, or it's Formula One Drive to Survive.
Okay.
And
I will,
we're going to
I
share
will.
it on Instagram this week before you leave.
Yeah.
It's really
F1.
good.
F1. Okay, I will. Yeah, I've been attached to something. Obviously, what's out there right now because I am a huge fan of Stranger Things.
Hey, there he is.
I am. I'm a huge fan of it. I love that freaking show. I love it. I'm attached right now, like so bad that I watch it while I'm driving, because I don't want to miss anything. And then when I get to work, I'm in my car and I'm thinking, like, if I leave my car now, I can make it exactly to my area. So I'm still watching a little bit more because I have time. I love it. I love that show.
It's an addicting show. And they released it kind of like the Ozarks, did they not? Where you only get
So,
volume
yes.
1.
Weirdly, they put seven shows out. The rest will be out in July. And my understanding is there's one more season next year.
Well, the kids are getting old.
Yeah, well, they're in high school and they look like high school kids, so that's not a big deal. But the show is really all those kids are really good actors.
Oh, bro, the whole damn cat. There's not one.
All of them.
I think Millie Bobby Brown is the fan favorite. That young lady is going to win awards.
I would hope so.
The
I
rest
hope
of her
that she has a career after this. Like, I hope. I hope that she's not one of those child stars and then all of a sudden they vanish, I hope she stays making movies, making shows. I hope she's around for a while. I hope so.
Yeah, I really do. I think she's going to make it very far. Beautiful person. Very beautiful person. And, really good personality with the media and how she handles things. I think she's great. She's very likable.
Yeah.
Very likable actress.
Yeah, she's like, I think when she hits that 20 or whatever adult, when she becomes adult, she'll have a line of offers.
I believe so.
It's like
that's
that
where
girl
I
from
say
Harry Potter. What was that name? Emma
Watson.
Very good one.
Well, and this is where I try to, and I'm saying this, respectfully and as obviously as I could. I think you would be ignorant to not recognize that, hey, this is a really great young actress. Mm-hmm. She's going to be beautiful. Already is, but is going to,
Gorgeous.
what I'm saying, like, is going to flourish as an adult and gets acting.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know if you follow her on any social media outlet, but, like, her social media is really good. Like, she's always, like, doing stuff with her fans or her makeup line and all these things. Like, but very, very normal person.
Interesting, yeah.
Down
I
to
hope
earth.
that she does. And the other kids, I hope the kids become somewhat famous after.
My favorite is the curly-headed dude. Like, the
Dustin?
funny guy with
Dustin?
that was singing Never-Ending Story in the 3rd season.
His funny teeth?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. He was last night at a game with the guy who plays Harper.
Really?
The hockey game.
Wow, bro. Yeah, dude, those kids got so much money right now. It's not even... Dude.
Well, allegedly they spend almost $30 million per episode.
On this latest season, yes.
Yeah.
I heard that same rumor, and I am bewildered.
Netflix is like, they open that wallet and just take whatever you want.
Well, I think when it comes to Stranger Things, look at the amount of money.
It's just, they generate so money, yeah.
I mean, Stranger Things is a no-brainer on the money.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to win every time.
And not only the show, but you can merchandise it
Oh, yeah.
so well. You can make so much money out of everything they do. The way they dress, their costumes. It's just the retro era. You can make so much money out of it. So much money. So
I agree.
perfect time. Perfect. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm gonna be. I probably will finish tomorrow because I'm pretty into it already.
You're just about there.
Yeah, I'm on the 5th episode and it's only 7.
And then you got to sit on a cliffhanger for 2 months.
Right? And they do so well with the leading up to a moment.
You really think you're going to get more than you do.
Right? The music and the what's it called?
Ambiance.
The suspension, and it's like boom, the slow motions, everything they do, perfect. It just keeps you there. You can't move.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, and it's all of them. It's not just the girl. You know what I mean?
Oh, 100%.
They all have great roles.
And at this point, the show is so well established, they're able to get right into the conflict.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you already know who everybody is.
Yep.
Let's show how they reunite, and let's get back to it.
Yep.
And it's wonderful.
Cool. But anyway.
My friend, my brother.
Awesome. It was good talking to you.
I'm going to give you a virtual hug through the computer here. I won't get to see you before you leave, but I hope you have an amazing trip.
Thank you.
Then that comes from me and the Just My Opinion fan club.
By the way, shout out to I sent you this picture. We have, I don't know how this is. It's amazing how the way of this stuff works, right? We have two shout outs. I guess we have listeners in Israel and Singapore. How does that happen?
There's a Formula One race in Singapore. It might have been one of the racers.
Like, how does this little thing travels all over there? Like, you know what I mean? I don't get it, but it's very unique. So if they are when they listen, I hope they can listen and want to say that we appreciate that. That's pretty cool that somebody listening all the way there.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know how you say thank you, but in their language, but thank you for listening.
Nice. Thank you.
Anyway, let's go.
Hey, bro, I'm going to miss you, but I love you. I hope you have fun. Have fun grocery shopping, cutting that grass, getting it edged up. And
it's only 100 degrees, but it's Florida, baby.
Yeah, man.
Awesome, man.
All right, bro. Can't wait to hear back from you. And, guys, we're going to be off the grid for that. While Hery's on vacation.
2 weeks, yep.
We'll be off the grid, but hang in there. We will be back. Lots of stories.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
Okay, man. Talk to you later.
Talk to you later, man.
Bye.
Bye.